What is up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Let me throw a glove on. Current temperature in Rockford, Illinois right now is like -5 degrees. -5, guys. You heard that right. And the only reason that the homeless man can't drive is because I'm behind on child support, which I am paying now that I do have a job. I think it's messed up. They take your license. I have to walk on the side of some of the busiest roads. Okay, this is North 2nd. This is a main highway that connects Wisconsin and Illinois. It's a state route, actually, but not a highway. But either way, check it out. When people don't show up at their sidewalks, people without a license are forced to walk on the side of the road. Very dangerous. And in -5 degree weather at that. Don't worry, guys, I'm all bundled up. But on my way to go to work, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go live. Just in case one of these cars hits me or something. You never know what might happen. You know what I mean? I've seen on the news too many times people hit and run. So hang out with me for a while. Temperature is -5, like I said. So I do have gloves on. My fingers are warm. I'm warm. I have multiple layers on. No worries there. Although I need to get to my cousin's house and get a face mask. Or where I come from, we call them skis. The shiesties. But I gotta go get myself a shiesty mask because my lips are cold. But other than that, I'm good. I'm golden. -5 degree weather will freeze the juice in your battery, though. So chances are my phone's probably gonna die way quicker than it normally would. Once the juice in my battery starts to freeze. I have battery banks, but again, cold is the issue, not necessarily juice. Once the battery freezes, you kind of can't even charge it, really. So, but anyway, I got to see Gordon last night. For those of you who saw, I posted a little picture or whatever of Gordon while I was there. That was nice. Gordon's doing really well. Y'all won't see Gordon at any concerts till next summer. So anybody who's wondering about that, or maybe you saw the post that Saving Vice put out. There was a viral post. It didn't go viral on my page, but it did go viral on the band's page. Saving Vice, shout out y'all. Thank you so much for doing that. I tried to go in the comments once it went viral. I tried to go in the comments and comment like, this is me, so people could find my profile. I appreciate that. Also, it's come to my attention that there is a Twitch streamer by the name of Maggot Zero. Everything that's not an A, E, I, O, or U is capitalized. But the guy's name is Maggot Zero on Twitch. And this dude has been live streaming, because I was trying to figure out where this growth was coming from, right? Like, I'm getting not a lot of new followers, but like I can see on my graphs and my charts of like followers over time and stuff, and it started to hit a kind of a curve where I'm getting like, you know, I was getting on average like one follower every other day. Now it's like I'm averaging like 2 or 3 followers a day sometimes. New followers, that is, which is awesome. And Maggot Zero, thank you for live streaming my videos on Twitch. He literally, like, because you never know what I'm going to say or what you're going to see on my live stream, right? So this guy, Maggot Zero, every day when I make videos, he goes back and spends about an hour of his day watching my videos and doing live reactions to them on Twitch, which I think is, like, awesome. Like, there's one time, I think I said something about Epstein or something. He paused it and he was like, wait, what? like Maggot Zero. If you're into watching Twitch streams, go check him out. He does all kinds of live streaming and stuff. And that's one of the things he started doing, which I think is awesome. Like I said, he's actually getting paid. Get this. There's an idea for you guys if y'all got Twitch accounts. He is getting paid at this point by Twitch to live stream reaction videos to my content. Oh, that's awesome. That's a freaking great idea. That is one smart individual. It's publicity for me, plus he gets paid through Twitch. Win, win, win for everybody, man. All these apps, Instagram, TikTok, Bigo, Omegle, Clapper, Kick, whatever, what have you. All these apps, man, they're paying for you to live stream shit. And to that I say, take this big corporation's money and start using it for good. I've said it before, once I get to a certain point with social media to where I'm making a certain amount of money, I'm going to take Mark Zuckerberg's money, man. And I'm going to start helping out homeless people, sending them to rehab and stuff. I mean, I already do that, but it'd be a lot easier if I had the finances to back it, you know? And who better has money to use than somebody like Mark Zuckerberg, you know? I'll take all his money every day of the week. And then I'll use it to help the world. Instead of hoarding it in a bank account like those rich, greedy, horrible, deplorable human beings do. Oh, don't call Mark Zuckerberg a deplorable human being. He donates millions of dollars to years to charities. Yeah, and he puts billions of dollars a year in his bank account and leaves it there. And some of the charities that he donates to are owned by his buddies, like Warren Buffett. I don't know if you guys know this, but Warren Buffett recently went online and said that he gave like $6 billion to end homelessness or whatever, okay? Which is enough money to end homelessness, by the way. It's enough money to buy just about every homeless person a house. But is he going to buy anybody a house? Is he going to help any homeless people? No. Actually, the charities that he donated that $6 billion to are all owned by his children, okay? And I don't know if you know this or not, but nonprofits are allowed to use a certain percentage of their annual revenue as payment for their employees. So what they do is they have their son or their daughter run the nonprofit as the CEO, and then they have their grandkids run the administrative offices of that nonprofit. And every year, say Warren Buffett donates $1 billion to his daughter's charity, right? Every year they're allowed to take a percentage of that and pay their employees. But what happens when your employees are all your family? Okay? And I don't know the exact percentage, but I want to say it's like 10 or 20%. So 10% of $1 billion is $1 million a year that they're allowed to pay themselves. And I say, that's fucked up. Now, granted, when it comes to nonprofits, if you're a lower budget nonprofit and say you only bring in like $10,000 one year because you struggle to do fundraising, you know, you're not very good with marketing. So your nonprofit only brings in like $10,000 that year. Well, that means you can only pay yourself like $1,000 for the year, because you're only allowed to take a certain percentage of the donations for your to pay your employees, right? And so, but when you're a billionaire, none of that matters. Most of these billionaire nonprofits are just millionaires trading their money with their family. Like when you really start to narrow it down and track it down, like if you don't believe me, go look it up. When you get out of this video, go Google who did Warren Buffett donate $6 billion to. Go Google that. Who did Warren Buffett donate $6 billion to? And you will find out that he donated it to everybody he knows with the last name of Buffett. All of his kids, Sharon and I think Susan or whatever her name is, like he donated it all to his kids, who all run nonprofits and take percentages, large percentages of that money, and go buy Maseratis and Ferraris with it. True story. Now, let's get into Suicide Registry Organization, right? Because, wait a minute, aren't you starting a nonprofit? Yes, I am. My nonprofit will never, ever, 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 ever take more than minimum wage per employee, including myself. Okay? I plan on holding on to a day job. My nonprofit is a side thing for me. I don't need the money. The money is not for me. It's to help people like me who are homeless and addicted, or in my case, used to be addicted, but it's to help chronically homeless people get off of these streets. I've said it before. I don't need between book sales and merchandise and producing music videos and all the other stuff that I'm going to be doing, podcasting, YouTube channel, all that stuff. That's my revenue. Plus, I have a full-time job, so I don't need any money from the nonprofit side of things. Matter of fact, I pledge never to take a single dollar out of the nonprofit myself. I mean, of course, I would have employees who I would have to pay, but I'm not going to pay them a copious wage. It just seems like that's dumb. Nobody should be making $1 million a year off of a nonprofit. Period. I don't care if you're bringing in $1 billion a year and that's 1% of your annual revenue. I don't care. Nobody who runs a nonprofit should be pulling $1 million a year from that account, ever. And it sickens me when I see these billionaires and millionaires doing this. Look at every millionaire you can think of, okay? Google anybody in the NBA. Anybody in the NBA, they all run a nonprofit. Do you guys watch NFL? They all run a nonprofit. Okay? It's like a pyramid scheme for families, and it's totally legal because they know how to get through the tax loopholes. It's fucked up. Is it ever going to change? Probably not, because that's how billionaires and millionaires keep their money. But, as y'all know, the Homespan goes live daily. Okay? So, we're not there yet. We can't skip ahead to where we have donated money and different stuff like that. We're not there yet. We haven't set up no events. There's a lot of stuff going on off camera that you guys know nothing about. But we're not there yet. That's my point. I forgot where I was going with it, blanked out. But y'all get what I'm saying. It sickens me, man. You can look at just about any millionaire. They all run nonprofits. Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. Right? He gives his parents and his daughters and his sons like millions of dollars a year through different avenues. It sickens me. It's one thing if you earned it. I get it. But when it comes to that nonprofit stuff, that's where I was going with it. Thank you. To myself, I guess. But anyway, dang it, I blanked out again. Sorry, it's cold. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Okay. When it comes to that nonprofit stuff, it makes me sick to see that kind of stuff happening. And with me being as public of a person as I am and still plan on staying throughout the course of my life, when we do get to the point of actually operating a nonprofit, I plan on showing every dollar in and every dollar out. Okay? So that there will be no doubt that the people who donate money to my nonprofit are doing good things in this world. I'm going to show, it might be 10 years from now. I don't know, okay? That's the weird thing about this whole life thing. It happens in the universe's time, not my time. So, In the meantime, I just got to keep on putting in work in the universe. And eventually I'll get to where I'm going. But when we get to the point of actually raising money, right? If we only raise $500, I'm going to go online and I'm going to show you, hey, look, this is the $500 we raised. Okay? Now, I got ice on my lip. It costs about $1,500 to start therapy. It costs about $20 a week in order to keep going to therapy. So let's say we have an individual that we want to send to therapy, right? And I'm doing fundraisers and I only raise $500. I'm going to come online and I'm going to say, hey, look, we only got $500. We don't have enough to complete the goal. We can't send Joe Sloan to therapy. You know what I'm saying? But if we make $30,000 off of some fundraiser or online, like there's like a million different ways to raise money, right? So if we raise $30,000, I'm going to go online and be like, hey, look, we got $30,000. We need to go find people to send to rehab with this money. And I'll go online with the money and go around and be like, hey, you want to go to rehab? It's on me. I'm paying for it. Like, hey, you want to go to therapy? It's on me. I'm paying for it. That's what Suicide Registry Organization is going to be all about. I'm going to show the money in and money out. Like I said, there will never be any doubt as to Suicide Registry Organization's authenticity, because I'm not going to be one of these people that sits behind and just runs a nonprofit and you never know my name, or you donate money to cancer research and it never finds a cure. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't playing that game. We ain't playing that game. You know? That's the other thing about a lot of nonprofits too, you know, the Parkinson's disease, cancer, fuck cancer, by the way, fuck cancer, but rest in peace, Grandma, I love you. Thing is, they should have cured that shit a long time ago, but the fact of the matter is there's like a million nonprofits that raise money for cancer, and all of them would go out of existence if there was a cure for cancer, which there is, by the way. Israel knows about it. Jeffrey Epstein helped to create it. But anyway, long story short, the dude was more than just a pedophile. He was actually a double agent for like several different countries, doing pretty much every illegal study on genetics or adrenochrome and different things. Like, he studied everything you're not, like, let's see, what's another one? Genetic... they did genetic alteration, which is basically like where you take the DNA of a chameleon and mix it with a human to make skin change color, like shit like that. Like, they did anything